Frugal billionaire. What does it even mean? Like, look, I think you could put struggling student in the same sentence. It kind of makes sense, but apparently it's this small number of uber rich people who also known for their penny pinching ways. And that list would be short if we did not include Uncle Jeff Bezos, because he used to be one of them. And in fact, he was one of the most faithful followers of that monk frugality for years. Perhaps an early glimpse of how Bezos developed his principles of saving as much as possible are his parents. In particular, his stepdad, Miguel Bezos, who fled communist Cuba and worked super hard to get a career in mechanical engineering. Jeff himself worked at McDonald's as a teen, so it's not surprising why he wasn't in a hurry to buy a Rolex and drive that Porsche. In fact, in 1994, 30-year-old Jeff wasn't driving a Porsche, he was driving Amazon packages to the post office himself in 1987 Chevy Blazer, dreaming one day that he might get a forklift. Only 3 years later, Amazon went public and Bezos' wealth catapulted to over $12 billion. Yet he only bought himself a Honda Accord, which he later described as a perfectly good car.
What's with the Honda?
This is a perfectly good car.
But perhaps the best piece of evidence of how quirky and cheap Bezos was is Amazon's Door Desk Award. It was the summer of 1995, back when Jeff could count his Amazon employees on one hand and they needed desks, so he found a solution. We happened to be across the street from a Home Depot. He looked at desks for sale and looked at doors for sale, and the doors were a lot cheaper, so he decided to buy a door and put some legs on it. With that, Amazon Door Desk was born.
I mean, you can afford a better desk than that.
It's a symbol of spending money on things that matter to customers and not spending money on things that don't.
As Amazon grew massively, the decision to keep using door desks was a symbol of frugality, one of their core values. 20 years later, thousands of Amazon employees worldwide still work on modern versions of those original door desks based on Bezos' early design. The same sense of cost savings leads into other areas of the company's culture. In 2009, Bezos' net worth was $6.8 billion, but that didn't stop him to reveal at the company's annual shareholder meeting that all the light bulbs were taken out of cafeteria vending machines to save tens of thousands of dollars per year in electricity. Every vending machine has light bulbs in it to make advertisement more effective. So we went around in all our fulfillment centers and took them out, Bezos proudly announced. And this is his El Cheapo lifestyle. Now, I gotta say, this may sound odd for a $48 billion company, which Amazon was back in 2009, but given how much money is being wasted by big corps on inefficiencies, like office supplies, paper, unused software, services, contractors, employees that do really nothing, is literally just insane. And so what Amazon has done is rare and commendable. I don't think this is just Bezos' quirky obsession to trim down the fat. There's like a deep reason behind it. From the beginning of Amazon, Jeff wanted to increase market share as quickly as possible at the expense of profits. He disclosed his intentions to go from Earth's biggest bookstore to Earth's biggest anything store, and there were skeptics, of course. But some called it one of the smartest strategies in business history. And as the company grew, he continuously emphasized the 6 core values: customer obsession, ownership, bias for action, high hiring bar, innovation, and of course, frugality. Amazon's vision was extremely clear from day one: to be world's most customer-centric company, and Bezos wanted to pass on cost savings to end customers whenever he could. I gotta be honest, I still don't understand how he convinced all those people to work for him, but they worked for him. Now, this is crazy. In 1998, coffee stand on the first floor of PacMed building, they were giving out loyalty cards so a customer could get their 10th coffee, right? Which is insane. It should have been free in the first place. But then Bezos, who was a multimillionaire by then, he often made this like show of getting his free drink and then passing it on to a person standing next to him. Insane. Around the same time, Bezos also started traveling via his private jet, which he subleased from a local businessman. But whenever he flew with his colleagues, he always said that the company isn't paying for it. I am. It's a symbol of spending money on things that matter to customers and not spending money on things that don't. He constantly was reinforcing the value of frugality. I really admire this focus. I think every businessman should, because we can't also forget that Bezos spent hundreds of millions of dollars on experiments, on products and services that never worked. And Amazon Fire Phone comes to mind that he designed around him. He put this immense resources into innovation and acquisitions. Then the fact that he was able to not spend money on things that didn't matter just created this extra boost. In the most recent period of his life, with Amazon hitting 650 billion market cap, Jeff Bezos decided to cash out a little and finally enjoy the perks of a billionaire lifestyle. He launched Blue Origin to pursue space travel, started flying in a private jet, divorced his wife for a new girlfriend, and started attending Hollywood events. Whatever his reasons are, Jack Ma words come to my mind. I don't want to die in my office, I want to die on the beach. And reinforced who he really is, which is one of the most successful capitalists in the world. Love him or hate him, we cannot ignore Uncle Bezos.